It's not without risk stepping into a hospital, of course, but you can feel pretty safe. Good morning. Peter's finishing editing. We are getting ready to get in the car and drive to the hospital. I have imaging of my liver today. Normal baseline imaging that they like to get every 6 months about. And yeah, so I was sleeping last night and kind of felt a headache and was thinking, I wonder if I should get up and take Maxalt, which is like the medication that I'm supposed to take at the first onset of a headache. And I didn't know if maybe, sometimes when I wake up and get up, the headache goes away. So, but more often it gets worse when I wake up. So anyway, right when I woke up, I took a Maxalt. And so I'm hoping that that will work. I'm glad I said that out loud because it reminded me that I need to bring the second dose in case I need that in an hour and a half from now. And yeah, so we're getting ready to leave. He's finishing like setting up the upload and everything, so it'll be ready because we will be at the hospital. So, all right, let's go. Wow, it is crisp and chilly today, but these flowers are not done. They said, it's not fall yet. Beautiful. And even one over here, the purple guy hasn't bloomed for like 2 or 3 months. And now he's like, here, have a few more flowers before fall. Beautiful. I love it. Also, Peter, your grass looks amazing. Ah! Oh, we just got in the car and I just got so nauseous, so Zofran hopefully to the rescue. I think the Zofran is kicking in. I wanted to pick up the camera today and take you with us to the hospital, and here is why. Well, number one, that's what we do every day. So there's that. But I was specifically wanted to kind of spell out for those who don't go to the hospital on a regular basis. Maybe you are about to have your first child and you're gonna be at the hospital for the birth. Or maybe all of a sudden you have to go in for some reason and there's a level of fear factor. One, just the fear of the unknown, like going into a hospital in general is intimidating. I have done it for 31 years. It is so normal for me, and even though it's normal for me, I still get nervous, mostly if I have like big discussions with doctors coming up. This is just an ultrasound, so it's like no big deal for me. But the second part is just the uneasiness about COVID and is it gonna feel dirty? Am I gonna feel safe? Those sorts of questions. So at our hospital, when you get there, you walk in, everybody does the hand sanitizer, and then they check your temperature. We won't be able to film in the little lobby area where they're doing all of this, but they check your temperature with a like stay this far away forehead scanner thermometer thing, and then they ask you, what are you here for? And they check the computer to make sure that you are supposed to be there, and then they give you like a pink bracelet or whatever color it is that day, which shows that you were screened and that you are clear to go. I'm unsure, I have not asked my doctors this, but if I get a CF related fever, I don't know what happens, because that's like the main thing that they're looking for. So that would be a question to ask if that's something that you are dealing with, fevers for another random reason other than like a viral infection. But yeah, so it's it does sound intimidating to go through that process, but the people are pretty nice. They tend to be pretty friendly, because I think that they know it's a little bit intimidating to get like interrogated when you walk in. So they try to like make it more welcoming and less intimidating. So that's the first step. Let's go get through the interrogation process. This is no different for me, but because of cystic fibrosis, I have always worn a mask in the hospital, at least in the last 10 years or so. So that's no different for me, but it's new that Peter has to wear a mask. We have masks in the car. What?
And everyone.
And everyone too. So either bring a mask or they would probably give you one at the door. And for germ's sake, we recommend not eating the gum off the street or the parking deck.
Just a recommendation. If at all possible, don't touch the handrails.
You can do the old elbow lean.
Okay, we made it through the screening station. We have wristbands and they verify your appointment and go through the screening questions. And now we are headed to I think we need to go downstairs.
We would recommend coming early because the check-in process takes a while, as well as going in the wrong building.
All right, clean up after the ultrasound.
The jelly bath. Ooh, laying down, my head hurts.
So, waiting for the tech to come back and say, the pictures look good.
Or how it usually goes. The radiologist wants to take another look because I have a shadow on my liver, plus my liver has cirrhosis all over and it doesn't look great.
Yeah. Hopefully you have enough. How many? You've gotten a couple here, I feel like now. So hopefully they have the notes to say, okay, that's normal for her.
Another thing I wanted to just point out, if you're feeling really nervous about an appointment or just like going into the hospital for an appointment, the halls, at least here at our hospital, are very empty. Like, it's very rare that you're actually within 6 or 10 feet of somebody. It's very rare. And literally everybody is wearing a mask. So it's not without risk stepping into a hospital, of course, but you can feel pretty safe.
It honestly, I'll say this, I don't know if it's a reality, but it feels safer than normal because you know that people are being screened at the door. Yep,
and everybody's wearing a mask.
Yeah, and so, I mean, we've always been super cautious because the flu and all these things that could be detrimental to Mary's health, like, those are things that are being screened now. And so, obviously that's not perfect, but it feels a lot safer. And like, we waited outside of the waiting room just to be extra safe. And
yeah, just stand in this big, huge open hallway. We're purposefully not, like, when we sit down, if we were to sit down in the waiting room or something, not touching the handles. And then also just being really purposeful to not, like, touch your face and eyes and mouth and nose, and just like try to keep your hands down, and then also washing hands when possible. There's a bathroom in this ultrasound room, and I just went to the bathroom, so then I got to wash my hands. So now I know I have fresh hands, but I'm still gonna be really cautious. But yeah, it's kind of like, obviously if you're going to the hospital, there's a good reason why you need to be there. You're not going there for fun. So like, okay, since you have to go, it's, you know, there's some things you can do to try to stay safe, and then you do your best, and that's all you can do.
Made it out to the parking garage. We hope this was a helpful, put your mind at ease if you have a hospital trip coming up. We're gonna go hand sanitize, take our masks off, and get this girl some food because she's been fasting for her liver ultrasound. So, and they didn't have to go back and look at her liver again. So I think maybe the notes on the chart are accumulating for Mary's liver. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and as always, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good night.